Hi friends, Juan the Yarn Addict here, bringing you a stitch pattern tutorial for the Peacock tail fan stitch. So this is what we're looking like. You can use this stitch pattern for anything, honestly. Blankets, wraps, throws, you name it. The possibilities are endless. And so this is only composed of 3 stitches. So we have chains, single crochets, and treble crochets. And I show you how to do all of that in this tutorial. So as you can see, we have a series of fans or shells, however you call that, with twins in the stitch in between in columns. It's super, super nice. And the yarn I used was Redheart Unforgettable. It's so nice. And I chose this because it reminds me of a peacock. So this is a medium 4-weight yarn, and they do suggest a 6mm crochet hook with this. And it is a roving style yarn, but feel free to use whichever yarns you'd like. This pattern will work up in any weight of yarn that you so choose. Now, for this tutorial, I used a 5.5mm crochet hook because I wanted to see if I could get more stitch definition with a smaller hook. And honestly, it's about the same. So I absolutely love that definition. It's so nice. And I think because I hooked down, there's some stretch here, which I love. It's great. So without further ado, let's jump right into this tutorial. Okay friends, so to get started, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. And from here, we're going to work up a series of chains. Now this stitch pattern works up in multiples of 10, plus 1, plus 1. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. So continue on making your chains until you get to the multiple of 10 of your choice. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to chain 40. So I'll be right back once I have 40 on my hook. Okay friends, now that I have 40 chains on my hook, what we want to do is go back in here and chain 1 plus 1. So you should have a total of your multiples of 10 plus 2 more. So from here, what we want to do is go into the second chain from the hook and insert a single crochet. Second chain from the hook, you go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through both, and it should look like that. Now from here, we want to go into the 5th chain from where we're at. So we're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go into this 5th chain here with a treble crochet. So we're going to yarn over twice, go into that 5th chain after the stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. It's a treble crochet. And now what we're going to do is 8 more. So we need a total of 9. So yarn over twice, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, just like that. So continue on that until you have 9 trebles, and I'll be right back. Okay friends, so once you have 9 trebles, this is kind of what it needs to look like. And from here, what we want to do is skip 4 chains and go into the 5th with a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's double count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go into that 5th chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through both of those loops for a single crochet. And now we're going to skip 4 and go into the 5th chain with a treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yarn over twice, go into your chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. So I'm going to do a few more here silently, and you can watch just so you can get the grasp of a treble. So I just did a couple more, and I'll be right back once I have my 9 trebles. Okay friends, so I have my second set of trebles. It's looking very nice. And from here we're going to continue on. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip 4, go into the 5th chain with a single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to go in there and do a single crochet, and then you're going to skip 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the 5th chain and do a treble, and that is the repeat for this very first row. So treble, and then just continue doing your trebles until you have 9 of them. Just like that. So I have 3 here. I'll be right back once I have 9 trebles. Okay friends, so this is what we're looking like so far. We have 3 sets of trebles, and so I just wanted to point out that we're skipping 4 chains in between everything we're doing and going into the 5th chain. So in the beginning here, just to recap, we did a single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook. We skipped 4, and then in the 5th stitch here we did 9 trebles, and then we skipped 4 and did a single, skipped 4 and did 9 trebles, skipped 4, did a single, and so on and so forth. So we're almost at the end here of the sample for the tutorial. So I'm going to continue on here. Let's skip 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go into the 5th chain with a single crochet. And then we're going to skip 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the 5th chain with a treble. Yarn over twice. Go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And we're going to continue on with that until we have 9 trebles. I'll be right back. Okay friends, so we have 4 fans of treble crochet, super nice. And let's take a look at what we have left here. So we have 5 chains. So what we want to do is skip 4 chains, and we want to go into that very last chain with a single crochet. So just insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2 loops. There we go. So that concludes the very first row. It looks super, super nice. Okay, so to start row 2, what we need to do is chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when you begin every row, you're going to chain 4. That's going to be the constant here. So from here, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to go into the stitch we just came out of, which is right here, and we're going to insert a treble crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice, go into the stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. From here, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to find the 5th stitch of the shell or the fan. There's a series of 9 here, so we need to look for the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to roll that back, go into the top of that stitch with a single crochet, just like that. From here, we're going to chain 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to come down here in between the fans or the shells, and we're going to insert 2 trebles into this stitch right here. So we're going to yarn over twice, go into that single, draw a loop, go through 2, and through 2, and do it one more time. So we have 2 trebles. From here, we're going to chain 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to look for the 5th stitch in our fan here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll that back. Insert a single crochet, just like that. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Come down in between the fans here and look for that single. And you're going to insert 2 trebles into that single. So yarn over twice, come down, and do your treble. And then let's do that one more time. From here, we're going to chain 3. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And let's look for that 5th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll that back. Insert your hook for a single crochet. Chain 3. Come down in between the fans. Look for your single. Insert 2 trebles. Just like that. And then we're going to chain 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Look for the 5th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Roll that back. Insert your hook and do a single crochet. This is what we're looking like so far. Super, super nice. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to look for that single crochet that we created here. So right here, we're going to go ahead and insert 2 trebles. Yarn over twice, go into that single, and do a treble. Then we're going to yarn over twice and do it again in the same stitch. So twins in a stitch, but with 2 trebles, just like that. Now, let's lay this down and take a quick look. Stretch this out a little bit. There's twins in the stitch in between every fan. Just like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started with row number 3. Okay, so to start row number 3, what we want to do is chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. So from here, what we want to do is go in between these 2 stitches and do a single crochet, just like that. And from here, what we want to do is jump right into this single crochet on top of the fan, and we're going to repeat row 1 here. So we're going to do a series of 9 trebles. So let's yarn over twice, go into that single, and do our treble crochet. Just make sure to wrap around twice, and just do your trebles like that. You get used to it after a while, but sometimes, even I forget. Did I wrap around twice? So let's see here. We have 4 completed. I'll be right back once I have my 9 trebles. Okay, friends, so I have my 9 trebles. It's looking like this. Super nice. And now from here, what I want to do is go in between the trebles. So from row 2, we did 2 trebles side by side, twins in a stitch. What we want to do is go in between the twins with a single crochet. Just like that. And what that's doing is it's locking down our fan. Okay? So from here, we're going to jump into the single here and do 9 trebles. And then after the 9 trebles, we're going to go in between the twins and do a single crochet. Okay? So let's get started. Yarn over twice, go into the single. Let's do a treble. And we're going to continue doing trebles here. So I have 2 here. I'll be right back once I have my 9 trebles. Okay, so I am back. I have my 9 trebles here. And like last time, we're going to go in between the twins here and insert a single crochet. Just like that. Okay, so continue on with this. From here, we're going to go into the single with 9 trebles, and then we're going to go in between the twins with a single crochet. Okay, so continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of row number 3. Okay, friends, so here I am at the end of row 3. I've done a series of 9 trebles, and then the single in between the twins. Super, super nice. Okay, so to finish row 3, what we want to do is go in between the stitches here, in between the twins, because this does count as a treble even though it's chains. So we're going to go in between here and do a single crochet, just like that. Now, let's just lay this down, take another look, and see what that looks like. Super, super nice. Now, the pattern repeats after here. So we're repeating rows 2 and 3 for the duration of the project. So for whatever you're working on, whether it's a wrap, a blanket, doesn't matter, you're repeating rows 2 and 3 throughout. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do row 4 with you guys, and then after that I'm going to place myself on a pause and do several more rows to just show you what a bigger picture view of this will look like. So let's go ahead and get started with row number 4. So what we want to do here is chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to turn our work over. And we want to go into the stitch we just came out of with a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into your single and do your treble, just like that. And from here, what we want to do is chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's look for that 5th stitch. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. We're going to go into that 5th stitch with a single crochet, chain 3, come down here and look for that single crochet, which is right here. And sometimes you have to finger it to find it. And in that stitch, we're going to do 2 treble crochets. That's 1. And this is 2. So from here, we're going to chain 3, hop over here and look for the 5th stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go into that 5th stitch with a single crochet and chain 3. And then we're just going to repeat that. Come down to the single and insert 2 trebles. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do that one more time. And then from here, we're going to chain 3. Look for the 5th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook for a single crochet. Chain 3. Look for your single and insert 2 trebles. So that's 1 and that's 2. Let's chain 3, go into the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do your single crochet, chain 3, so it's 1, 2, and 3. And now we are at the end of row 4. So what we want to do here, let me just lay this down and take a quick look at how nice that looks. Super, super, super nice. Okay, so from here what we want to do is go into this stitch right here. So go in between the twins. Actually, you don't want to go in between the twins. You want to go into this single crochet. Sorry about that. You're going to yarn over twice and go into that single crochet, drop a loop, go through 2, go through 2, and go through 2, just like that. Yarn over twice and do it one more time, and do your treble. And so that's what we're looking like here. I love how it's bubbling up. It's so nice. Gives it a little extra texture. Let's see what the other side looks like. That's nice. Love that. Okay, so here are 4 completed rows. And so, as I mentioned, you want to make sure that you're repeating rows 2 and 3 throughout your project. Okay, so it has a uniform look. You want to make sure that your fans all line up, and you want to make sure that your twins all line up on top of each other. Okay, so I'm going to place myself on a brief pause. I'm going to crochet several more rows to just show you what a bigger scale of this looks like. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay friends, so I've added several additional rows to this, and this is what we're looking like. This is the front side of the fans or the shells, whichever you'd like to call that. We have all the twins lined up in a row here in columns. It's super, super nice. I love that. And this is the back side, which looks just as amazing. I mean, you can pick and choose your side. It's all good. And the yarn that I used here was Redheart Unforgettable, as I mentioned in the beginning. And this has a little bit of stretch to it, but you can use any yarn you'd like. And depending on the yarn that you use, you may have some stretch, you may not, but in either case, the pattern is the same. It's super, super nice. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and then of course hit that notification bell to stay updated with everything regarding me and my channel. It's been fun, my friends, and until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.